Okay, Cody, coming off a 4-game road sweep last week at Northwest Nazarene, you were named the GNAC Pitcher of the Week, throwing a complete game shutout in the series finale there. You had 10 strikeouts, just one walk. Talk about what was working for you on the mound.
I had three pitches that were really working all day. Coach and my catcher, Trevor Nix, they both called a great game behind the plate. It really helps when you have a good defense behind you, making really good plays the whole day. And realistically, I was just painting the black, just stayed focused and really confident with every pitch that I was throwing.
3 other great starts from the staff in that series. Just talk about you guys as a whole and how you gave your team a chance to win every game.
Yeah, coming off the Western Series, it was kind of interesting to see how we would bounce back. And after the first game and the second game, those two really close wins, everyone just came out the second day on fire. And our offense came out great, our pitching came out great, and we got 2 shutouts the second day. And it was really just a great feeling sweeping the series.
Kyle Durbin had a big series for you guys. He's a GNAC Player of the Week. He had back-to-back game-winning doubles there on day one. Just talk about how he stepped up for you.
Yeah, he's been solid this whole year, both in the field and at the plate. When he came up to bat, we really knew, I think, that we were going to win those games, especially with the momentum that we had going into those at-bats.
Looking forward to this weekend. You have your 2015 home opener at Dehler Park, and your opponent's a good one at St. Martin's, who also had a road sweep in 4 games. So just your thoughts on facing another team who's just as hot as you are right now.
Yeah, St. Martin's is a great team. They're another GNAC team that's going to be very tough to beat. We're at home, though. That's great momentum for us, especially coming off the NNU sweep. Realistically, we just need to stay with the momentum that we have, and I think we have a great chance of winning this series, too.
Thanks, Cody.
Thank you.
Okay, Kyle, coming off a road sweep against Northwest Nazarene last week, you were named the GNAC Player of the Week after 2 consecutive game-winning doubles in the first 2 games of the series. Just talk about how comfortable you were at the plate there.
Early in the series, it was tough. They were doing a good job of keeping us off balance and doing that whole thing. We really struggled to get to their starters, but once we got to the bullpen, we knew we had a good chance, and Biddo and Brode both did a good job in both those rallies of getting on base in front. And then Coach Bish always stresses that RBIs come to a big part of the field, so I just try to stay left center, right center, and get the job done. So,
talk about the effort of your pitching staff. You just had quality starts in all the games there, and then Cody Cooper finishing it off with the 10 strikeout shutout there. Talk about how big all those games were for your pitchers.
Yeah, no, the pitching's been unbelievable. Early in the year, we were real hot as hitters, and then it's been kind of humbling lately. We've been kind of struggling, and those guys have carried us the last few series, and especially in this one, we got quality starts from all 4 of our guys, not just Cody. So.
Then coming up this week, you have a tough opponent coming to town. It's your home opener, but you're facing St. Martin's. They also had a road sweep last week, the GNAC Team of the Week, along with you guys. So it should be a good matchup here coming up this weekend.
Yeah, no, I feel like both of us are playing really well, and getting at home and doing that whole thing will be good for us, and it should be a good experience as long as guys keep throwing the ball the way they have. I don't think we'll have too many issues with taking care of business. So.
Thanks, Kyle.
Thank you.
Okay, Coach, coming off a 4-game sweep on the road this week at Northwest Nazarene, Yellowjackets named the GNAC Team of the Week for the effort. Talk about the great starts you had out of your staff this week.
I was talking with one of the fans at the game, and they said that during they're just a GNAC fan that lives in Idaho, and they said that there were 7 quality starts out of that series, out of the 8 pitchers on both sides. So it was just really a well-pitched series. I was really happy with our guys because Brady was having his shoulder was barking a little bit, so we decided just to hold him out for the weekend, and we moved Jake Campo, we moved Jake Mills, we moved Cody Cooper to day 2. So a lot of guys on short notice kind of we had to juggle a little bit, and they all responded really well. Each guy just was terrific, and and our defense responded too by making plays, and obviously those 2 things go together. So really happy with the pitching, really happy with the defense on this last weekend.
Entering that series, you guys had lost 3 at Western Oregon. It was a tough series offensively, but you came right out against Northwest Nazarene. Were really able to swing the bats well. Talk about the way your guys responded at the plate.
I felt like our week of practice prior to this was pretty good. I mean, the guys came out of the Western Series motivated, definitely. I mean, we were really disappointed with that performance. really in every aspect. We just did not play well, and that's taking nothing away from them. They're a very good team. Obviously, have a great tradition, but we felt like we underperformed on the weekend offensively, especially. And so the guys worked hard during the week. We made a few different lineup changes just to mix it up a little bit. You know, it's a lot of the same faces, just maybe in a different order. And again, guys responded, got on base. We had some different guys come up with big hits. I mean, Kyle Durbin had a huge weekend, hitting in a 3-hole for the first time. On the last day, you know, Blake Loran's been struggling a little bit. He had a big double. You get 2 or 3 RBIs there. So Miles Berkram had another really solid weekend, and you know that's what you need, just different guys each weekend to pick you up.
Kyle Durbin named the GNAC Player of the Week. He had back-to-back game-winning doubles there on the first day of that series. Just the way that he was able to clutch up for you guys is something that you guys have really needed in this series. Definitely,
and you know. The way NNU had approached Brody Miller last year was the same, that anytime there was a situation where he could impact the game, they intentionally walked him, or they unintentionally walked him and just threw him 4 pitches that weren't close to the strike zone. So we knew going into the series, the coaching staff knew that whoever was hitting behind Brody was going to get some big opportunities, and that's really what you need. I mean, if you have a guy like Brody that is going to be on base because the other team is just refusing to let him beat them, then the next guy needs to step up, and Kyle did that twice. I mean, two huge doubles, and you know, both games were behind going into the last inning, so couldn't have been a bigger spot, and he was just calm and cool and stayed within himself and did his thing.
Cody Cooper was named the GNAC Pitcher of the Week after throwing a 10-strikeout shutout in the series finale. Just sealed the win. Your bats came alive. You won 8-0. Just talk about Cody stepping in and giving you that kind of start in the last game there.
Well, Cody was, I mean, he was as good as I've seen him this year, certainly. Had great command of 3 pitches. Just was pitching with a lot of confidence. We jumped on NNU that 4th game, scored 3 right away, and I always feel like, you know, offensively, if you go out and get a few runs, it lets your guy just relax and feel like, hey, I don't need to be perfect. And when guys don't try not to, you know, they're not trying to do too much, and they just start out there trying to work fast and be aggressive, they get into a little bit of a rhythm, and Cody did that. He pitched out of a really tough spot in the 3rd inning. Bases loaded, 1 down, I believe, and managed to get out of there unscathed. And then really after that, he was clean. I think he only threw 84 pitches in the 7-inning game. So Cody was really good, definitely deserving of that award. And again, you know, the 10 strikeouts in a 21-out game makes it a little bit easier for your defense. So I mean, he took the pressure off our defense, and our offense just relaxed, and we really swung the bat well that last game.
As I mentioned before, you guys were the co-team of the week, and that's because St. Martin's also had a road sweep. They went to Central and won 4 games. Now they're coming to Billings this week. It's your home opener, a big 4-game series. You guys have won 4 in a row. They've won 4 in a row. Should make for a really good matchup.
Yeah, I think, you know, you and I have talked about this, but the GNAC, I mean, any team can beat any team on any given weekend. So unusual to see a road sweep. And so to see 2 of them on the same weekend is something. I mean, I would be interested in how far back you have to go to see 2 road sweeps on the same weekend. So, you know, St. Martin's, always a team that is scrappy and always a team to deal with. They look to me like they're pitching very well right now. Obviously, they have 2 or 3 guys in the middle of that order that can just beat you with one swing, with Chandler Tracy and Svanovic and Shaw. All 3 of those guys are, you know, proven performers in our league. So I mean, we're going to have our hands full. We definitely need to show up ready to go, and I'm sure that they're viewing it the same way we are. That this is an opportunity for both of our programs. With a series win, I mean, you're right in the thick of it. You're in striking distance of being in first place in the GNAC.
Entering this weekend series in 2nd place are the Yellowjackets, and after opening the season with 28 games on the road, just your thoughts about having that next 17 at home, being able to play here at Dehler Park, and being able to establish some kind of routine within your team.
Yeah, I mean, our goal coming into the beginning of the year as a coaching staff is to be at this point of the year and be in the thick of it. You know, I mean, we're the only one of the only teams in the country, I'm sure, that plays, you know, their first 25 to 30 games every year on the road. So, you know, the name of the game for us is just to handle the ups and downs of all that road, all the travel, all the adversity that you face on the road, and then just take care of business at home. So each team in the league understands how important it is to play well and do well at home, and that's no different for us. Our guys are just happy to get to sleep in their own beds. I think we, you know, our friends and family start to forget what we look like this time of year because they haven't seen us in so long. So it's just, yeah, it's good to be home, good to have a full week of practice where we don't have to hop on the bus, you know, on Wednesday night or something and have a long grinding trip somewhere out in the West. So guys are happy to be here and get to play at Dehler, and you know, should be a good weather weekend the way it looks right now, and you know, we'll just enjoy it for what it is. And we have the bye weekend on Easter, and that it's much needed. I mean, we're a little bit tired and a little bit beat up, and so we're gonna go at it hard for one more weekend, and then we get a little bit of time off.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.